1826. Lump sum versus dollar cost averaging, the $100,000 question. You just received $100,000, a bonus, an inheritance, maybe you sold a business. Now you face a paralyzing choice: invest it all today or slowly over 12 months. This is where rational math gives way to primal fear. Everyone tells you dollar cost averaging, DCA, is safer, smarter, more prudent. This advice is repeated so often it's become gospel, a comfortable mantra for the financially anxious. But I'm here to tell you, it's one of the most mathematically dangerous pieces of dogma in personal finance. I'm Boris, and today I'm showing you the data that proves lump sum investing, LSI, beats DCA roughly 70% of the time. The psychological trap of DCA. The reason we love dollar cost averaging is purely psychological. It's designed to protect our ego, not our money. We fear investing $100,000 today only to watch the market crash 10% tomorrow. We want the guaranteed security of knowing we didn't buy at the peak. DCA acts like financial security blanket. It promises you'll buy at some peaks but also some valleys, averaging out your cost. But this emotional comfort comes at an enormous calculated price: the surrender of compounding. The cost of waiting. When you choose DCA, you're intentionally keeping a large portion of your money, perhaps $90,000 out of $100,000, sitting on the sidelines in cash. You are waiting. And every single day that money waits, it's being attacked by inflation. The market is the only machine designed to reliably grow capital faster than central banks can print currency. By keeping your money on the sidelines, you're guaranteeing it loses that race. This is the psychological tax we pay for the illusion of control. We think we're mitigating risk, but we're simply swapping the tiny risk of short-term fluctuation for the guaranteed long-term erosion of purchasing power. The math. Markets go up more than down. Historically, the market goes up far more often than it goes down. If you study nearly a century of S&P 500 data, the market finishes the year higher roughly 3 years out of every 4. When you choose to DCA over 12 months, you're placing a tactical bet that the market will crash in the immediate short term, a bet that data proves is wrong 70% of the time. This isn't emotion. This is pure, cold, mathematical fact rooted in the relentless upward momentum of the global economy. Time in the market versus timing the market. Your money's biggest superpower is time in the market. It's the engine that drives compounding. When you choose DCA, you're intentionally stripping your money of that superpower for 12 months or more. You're forcing the majority of your capital to sit on the bench while the market runs the clock out. If the market rises during those 12 months, which it usually does, you've missed out on compounding gains on the $90,000 you kept in cash. The market doesn't wait for your comfort level. It rewards participation. The true risk isn't investing before a crash. The true risk is the opportunity cost of the 70% of the time the market went up while you were waiting. But what about the crash? Yes, if you invest $100,000 today and the market immediately drops 30%, you'll feel awful. DCA would have cushioned that blow. This is the 30% risk that paralyzes us all. But you must zoom out and look at the long-term outcome. In those rare periods where LSI loses to DCA in the first year, studies show the lump sum investment often regains its lead by year 5. Why? Because the money invested early bought more shares overall. When the recovery inevitably begins, the lump sum investor owns a significantly larger stake and benefits more fully from the bounce. Think of it like buying an entire apartment building right before a recession versus buying a few scattered units over time. When rents go back up, who benefits more? The person who owns the entire building. The compromise strategy. The solution is not a blanket rule, it's discipline. First, understand your time horizon. If you need the money in less than 5 years, neither LSI nor DCA is appropriate. Keep it in cash. If the money is for 5, 10, or 20 years from now, your duty is to place it where the highest mathematical odds are in your favor, in the market. Second, if a lump sum gives you crippling anxiety, compromise, but never dilute. Invest 50% immediately. Take the remaining 50% and invest it over the next 2 to 3 months on a predetermined schedule. This captures the majority of the market's upward drift while satisfying your psychological need for caution. Do not drag it out over 12 months. Reduce the time your capital is sidelined. Final truth. The greatest myth in personal finance is that there's a safe way to get rich. The market doesn't reward safety. It rewards participation and discipline. It rewards those who understand that time is their most valuable asset. Every day you wait is a day the market has a 2/3 chance of moving away from you. Stop paying the price for safety. Stop letting fear strip your capital of its greatest advantage. If you have money you know you won't need for the next decade, your duty is to put it to work immediately and let compounding do its job. Hit like if this video exposed a strategy you've always followed but never questioned. Subscribe to Boris Finance for more ways to hack the system and build long-term wealth. I'll see you in the next one.